Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So I have x to the power of 7 plus x to the power of 5 plus x to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 6 plus x to the power of 5 plus x to the power of 4. And this is equal to 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is factor out x to the power of 3 on both sides. So now I have x to the power of 3 in my numerator times x to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 3. That's going to be x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3 is x squared plus x to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 3 is simply 1. Now I have this over x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 6 divided by x to the power of 3 is x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 3 is x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 3 is simply just x. And now this is equal to 3. Now, because we have an x to the power of 3 on both our numerator and denominator, these two will simply cancel out. So now I'll be left with x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 2 plus 1 over x to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2 plus x is equal to 3. Now I'm going to divide everything by x over 2. So now I will have x to the power of 4 over x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 2 over x to the power of 2 plus 1 over x to the power of 2, all divided by x to the power of 3 over x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 2 over x to the power of 2 plus x over x to the power of 2. This is equal to 3. Now we can simplify this. X to the power of 4 over x to the power of 2, that is going to equal x squared plus x to the power of 2 over x to the power of 2, these two cancel out, so plus 1 plus 1 over x to the power of 2, that is, we simply just let that be. Now I have this over x to the power of 3 over x to the power of 2, that's going to be x, plus these two cancel out, 1, plus, again, now I have 1 over x. This is equal to 3. Now I'm going to let the variable t equal x plus 1 over x. So now from my numerator here, I'm going to write this as x squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared minus 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1. And for my denominator, I'm going to write this as x plus 1 over x plus 1. And now this is equal to 3. Now this, my numerator here, this is the same thing as x plus 1 over x squared. I have this minus 1 over, for my denominator, I will have x plus 1 over x plus 1. This is equal to 3. Now remember how we had t is equal to 1 plus 1 over x. So now if I substitute in t for, or sorry, not 1, x plus 1 over x. So now if I substitute in t for x plus 1 over x, I get t squared minus 1 over t plus 1 is equal to 3. Now if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So 1 here, this is the same thing as 1 squared. So now t squared minus 1, that's going to equal t plus 1 times t minus 1. I have this over t plus 1 is equal to 3. Now both of these t plus 1s will cancel out, so I will be left with t minus 1 is equal to 3. Now if t minus 1 equals 3, simply add 1 on both sides. These will cancel out, and I'll be left with t is equal to 4. Now, however, we are not solving for t, we are solving for x. And remember how we said t is equal to x plus 1 over x. So if t equals 4, then I have 4 is equal to x plus 1 over x. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by by x. So now I have 4x is equal to x squared plus 1. Now I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides. So I have x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to use the quadratic formula to solve this, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. In this case, a is 1, b is negative 4, and c is 1. So now I have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 1. We'll have this over 2 times a. Now to simplify this, I will have x is equal to positive 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared is 16 minus 4 times 1 is simply 4, all over 2 times 1, which is 2. Now 16 minus 4 is 12, so I have x is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 12 over 2. Now the square root of 12 can be simplified into 6 times 2, 6 can be simplified into 3 times 2, so this square root of 12 is equal to 3 root 2. So now I have x is equal to, not 3 root 2, 2 root 3. So now I have x is equal to 4 plus or minus 2 root 3 over 2. Now if I divide this by 2, I get x is equal to 2 plus or minus, these two cancel out, so square root of 3. So this is my answer.